Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to testify on behalf of the Airline Pilots Association International. My name is Laura Hayner, and I'm a Minnesota resident and a Minneapolis-based pilot for Delta Airlines.
Ms. Hayner, is that correct?
Yes.
So can you tell me what a typical work week looks like for you as a stewardess? How does...
I'm a first officer for Delta.
Pardon me?
I'm a pilot for Delta.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry.
And what he is remarking on is true. I would be terrified if I got onto a plane and I saw a woman flying the plane. And I know that we have the United CEO saying that he just wants to fulfill a quota. He just wants there to be more women and wants there to be more black people. And he's not concerned at first with qualifications. That is something that should alarm all of us, guys, honestly.
United Airlines is out with a plan pushing diversity for new pilots.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
The company wants to train 5,000 of them over the next decade and is promising at least half will be women or people of color. United would also be taking on applicants with no flying experience.
Just then, by sheer coincidence.
The engine's sitting down on the ground, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you need to leave all carry-ons, all belongings behind on the aircraft. Please exit the aircraft slowly, carefully, one row at a time.
Wow. Thank you, man. Yeah, y'all went up the road. Glad y'all are here with us. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at the back of the plane, man. Wow. Wow.
Wow. United Airlines pushing diversity, equity, and inclusion. What could possibly go wrong? United flight goes off runway. Did you try hiring more diversity?
Better luck fucking next time.
Traffic's going this way. The traffic stopped. She comes out. Instead of just turning right and going on her way, she comes and just crashes into this car. And I sat there and I thought, how are women allowed to drive?
Well, let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice.
It's clear we can only have male pilots from now on. It is the only way to verify that your pilot was actually qualified. This is a screen grab that I took from United Airlines Pilot Academy. What they are bragging about here is how 80% of their graduating class last January was female or people of color. 80%. Statistically.
Guys, this is one reason why the U.S. is losing right now with the rest of the world. A lot of decisions are being made for women or to please women. And look, I'm all for diversity and hiring female pilots because there are a bunch of women that can operate these huge Airbuses. But don't just hire these women just for PR and marketing stunts.
Now just leave that power. Just go down to phase 1, phase 2 on the center line, and then phase 3. Remember, look down towards the end of the runway. Just think, okay, I'm going to fly level over the runway, right about there. Just fly. That's it. Fly level. Now phase 3, you're going to crush the airplane. You see that? Then look at the nose is going to drop.
Missouri, Juliet,
you see that? Boom. Do you see what you're doing? You see how the nose is crashing down?
Traffic follows in the left
you have to prevent that.
500 feet and climbing.
You're the pilot. Don't let it crash into the runway. You're going to hold it in the air.
Check out this video of this lady here who felt so overwhelmed that she kept crying because she saw 3 female pilots.
For a short approach if you're going to do a power off 180. That's my point.
Well, okay. I will remember that from now on. No problem.
Yeah, when you ask for a short approach, I expect you to turn your base to beam the numbers.
All right, this will be a full stop for 65 Charlie, and maybe we need to talk about that some more because you're the first controller in 15 years that's ever said that.
Well, I'm just, if you ask for a short approach is when you turn your base to beam the numbers. If I know you're a student asking for a short approach, I know you're out there practicing and you probably will extend. But if you're doing something other than a short approach, don't ask for a short approach.
Well, I will definitely look up the definition of short approach because I've never seen where it says you turn base abeam the numbers because I don't see how you could possibly do that.
Well, I Googled it, actually. I Googled short approach, and it said to turn your base abeam or before the numbers, and you will land probably touchdown around midfield.
Okay, well, then I apologize for requesting the wrong thing because everywhere else, short approach means power off 180, but that's definitely not what it means here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've worked at different airports. I don't know. But just.
All right, guys, y'all may or may not have heard of this, but they got this new DEI program that's going on. Diversity, Equity, and Inclusive program for people who don't know. And it's just another way of just saying affirmative action hires or whatever. So here's the thing, because, you know, they mostly pushing it toward females or whatever, but here's the thing. You don't hire people based on their gender or their race. And then they pushing it because they saying that it's racist. You know, it's too many white pilots that's getting us from point A to point B. You know, hire the best person for the job. Now, these people then just went from making something that's safe into a dangerous situation. Next thing you know, we'll be having an epidemic of plane crashes going all over the place because you putting people in that's not even qualified to be a fucking pilot. You know, and some of these higher ups, they not worried about it because they got their own private planes and they flying around, so they don't have to worry about it, but they put it to the general population.
There's a video going around and it's really pissing me off. I'm not going to stitch it or drop the name because I do not believe in giving that man a platform. But it's a conversation around DEI in the cockpit. Specifically, this conversation is racially based. These kinds of statements go to show how little people know about anything and they're willing to open their mouths about it. Those pilots didn't just make their way through pilot school because of diversity. They worked their ass off to get their pilot's license and be qualified. If you don't like your pilot because of the way they look or because of their gender, feel free to get off.
I am all for female pilots flying. I just want these women to be properly trained, just like every other man who had to go through this. I just want to get on a plane and make it to my destination safely.
In the late 1970s, Captain Deborah Laurie was denied a job as a pilot because she was a woman. Now, after 50 plus years of flying, she has a bridge named after her, and it sits over a road named after the man that refused to hire her.
It's difficult to find words to explain how excited I feel about this.
Captain Laurie is now the world's oldest female commercial pilot. She's still flying for Virgin, age 70, but she had to fight to start her career, like fight in the High Court. Captain Laurie had been flying ever since she was 16, but when she applied for a spot at Ansett, the airline owner, Sir Reginald Ansett, refused. He'd never hired a female pilot, and he took the matter all the way to the High Court. Captain Laurie won. Ansett was ordered to put her on the roster, and she became Australia's first ever female commercial pilot. She says Ansett tried every sort of argument to push that female pilots would be unsafe, saying they were prone to panicking or even that their earrings could get caught on the aircraft in emergency evacuations. Captain Laurie says Ansett was also worried that women would leave to have children. She is now being recognised as a trailblazer for women in aviation. The Deborah Laurie flyover bridge will open in November to improve access to Sydney's domestic terminal, and it sits right over Reginald Ansett Drive.
The irony of flying over the top of Sir Reginald Ansett Drive makes me smile. No, more than that, laugh.
With female CEOs now leading Virgin, Qantas, Jetstar and the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, Captain Laurie says the industry is in good hands.
There's still a lot of work to do though, and I'll continue to advocate for women in aviation.
But the truth be told, being a pilot is really not that hard to do. I would like to think it's not that easy to get right, because I would like to get my pilot license one day for a small engine plane. But if you can get through the years of studying and logging a lot of flight time, I'm pretty sure it is possible for anybody to be a pilot. I heard a saying once that it's very hard to crash a modern commercial aircraft because it's fully automated, like it's a full computer simulation. You are there just flying it just like a drone operator. But of course you will have to take the plane off and land it. So there are a lot of fail safes just in case you get into a crash type incident. And that's no disrespect to the true pilots out there who actually put in the study and the time, and especially those flight hours to even get certified with a pilot license. But that's all I got in this video. You guys drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about these diversity hires for female pilots that are going on. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.